Well, here we are with edible science. Yeah, in other words, science in the kitchen. We're going to do some cooking and preparing some food and giving the science why things work the way they do. And to help me is Josh Graham. Say hi. Okay. Josh is going to be my, you know how God really should have given us three hands. You ever had something, Josh, when you build something and you need somebody to help? So Josh is going to be here as my third hand, and he's been blessed. He's got two hands. So we got four-hand operation here. What we're going to start off with is that the whole idea of this series is that we have to let things cook in the oven. Have you seen those cooking shows where all of a sudden they say, well, here it is. They put it in the oven, they take it out, it's all finished? Oh, no. This is going to be an awesome thing. We're going to work on projects all the way through, all four sets. And then we're going to go to the refrigerator and check something. We're going to look in the oven and check something. So we're going to have to see how things progress. So the first thing we have to do is we have to get the dough together. You know, what's dough? Dough is for making the flour and stuff for pretzels. Okay? Now, what we need to do is we're going to have to warm up some water. So we got to take this, give some water. Put this on the stove. You know one thing good about good kitchen safety, Josh? And that is to make sure that your pot handle is always pointing away in the back someplace. You don't want the handle stick out in the front because you can bump into it and that'd make a mess. So we got to heat up the water. Now we have to, we need 2 cups of this water at 110 degrees. You don't want to stick your finger in there and say, oh, that's about right. No, you can't do that. I have a candy thermometer here. This is called a candy thermometer. Too big to put in your mouth, for your temperature. So I'll take this and I'll put it here in the water. Okay. And we've got to wait and see when it gets up to 110. Okay. That won't take very long, by the way. All right, the next thing we need 1/4 teaspoon of sugar. We need, oh, by the way, we're not going to put the recipe up because you see, as you're watching this video with this unit, you included all the recipes. So you don't have to write in or write down for the recipes. It's all right here ready for you. All right, so the first thing we're going to need, we need cup. We need a cup. Now, some people call that a glass. You could call it a cup. But this is what we use for cups. It even says on here, okay? 1/2, yeah, you saw that, didn't you? 1/2 cup, 1/3 cup, 1/4. All right, it says here we need 4.5 cups of flour. So here's our flour. This is what you call messy. 4.5. Well, that's close to a half. Turn it over and dump it out. Turn it over and dump it out. Turn it right here on the wax paper. We use the wax paper, Josh, because later on it gets pretty messy. And the wax paper helps us. Okay, dump it out. We're measuring. See, we have to have the right measuring. Otherwise, I just take this and pour it. Can't do that. We've got to be able to have it done properly. So we've got to do it this way. Okay. We are now 1.5. Dump it. 2. 2.5. I made that a little less because that filled up. Some people say, how precise should you be? Well, usually as you are cooking along, you always add things later. Okay, another one? How much is that? Dump it right on top of the pile. Make a big sand pile here. There you go. What is that? You got any idea how many we've done? Dump that one. Do you know what you have to do in a few minutes? You got to put your hand in there. I lost count. It's not important. A little more. Okay, dump that one. Alrighty. Now let's check my water temperature. Oh, the temperature is just fine. In fact, it's a little bit high. So let's bring it over here. This is called a hot pad. I lay this on here, so it doesn't burn the wax paper or the table. Now I'm going to wait till this cools down a little bit. That heated very quickly. Now we need to have some sugar. Now we say teaspoon. These are special because you see this is supposed to be exact. And a lot of people when they fill these up they take their finger and they go like that to knock it off, you know. That's okay if you don't pick your nose. You know, you got to keep your fingers clean, you know, when you're cooking. Oh yeah, you look fine. Okay, we need 1/4. There's 1/2. So we need 1/2 of the half, and we're going to put in sugar. Okay, you're going to hold that. All right, no problem. Okay, throw it on there. Okay, sure isn't very much sugar, is it? Isn't that pretty wimpy? That's not much sugar. That's all we need. All righty. The temperature is still too hot for right now. In fact, let me just chill it down. It's not important how much water we have. We just got to get it chilled down. It got away from me, the temperature. See, it's about 100 and whatever that is. And you can't read that. You can see the little blue line in there, but okay. Let me chill it down some more. I don't want it too hot because when you work on this, you're going to go, ooh, ouch, ooh, ooh. Hey, we're doing good. All right. It says here, we pour in 1 cup of water, add the yeast. Now, yeast, this is neat stuff. See that? It comes in 3 packages. You know what that means? Scissors. Yeah. We got to take the scissors and we got to cut it. I'll do it if you don't mind. Hang on to that so it doesn't fall on the floor. Okay. Think you can? Should we use the scissors again? You did fine. Okay. This is to go in there. Okay, so will you see if you can get it in there? Just let me get a little closer to you. This is not so hot now. Go ahead and sprinkle it in there. All of it. Put it all in there. Okay. Is there? Mm-hmm. Okay, we've got in the yeast. We've got the water. Now, they're kind of floating a little bit, so we want them to drown. We want to get... Yeah, here. Try this. They are drowning. Some of them are drowning. Stir. Sloosh it around a little bit. Yeah, make them happy. When I say make them happy, yeast is actually a living type. They're like a family of the mushroom. It's a living type plant. Keep stirring, kid. How does that look? Does that look like everybody's happy? Oh, yeah. Everybody's happy. Now we need 2 cups of water. And we're going to add it on that. Do you eat mashed potatoes? With gravy, right. Do you know what you can do to the mashed potatoes to keep the gravy from going everywhere? Do you ever put a hole in your mashed potatoes to pour the gravy in? You ever tried that? All right, try it. Give me a volcano. Make a hole in there like a volcano so I can pour in the water. You know, go ahead, make a hole. Okay, go ahead, bigger. We've got to put a lot of water in there. Now, Josh and I have just met today, so this is going to be neat. It's going to be interesting to see his reaction, what we have to do next. Okay, I'm going to take this one ring off. Try to remember it's there. All right, we're going to pour in 2 cups. That's a half. And isn't it nice to have that hole there? Otherwise, it's going to be all over the place. And they don't want it on me. Okay, get ready for this. We know what's going to what he has to do, don't we? You moms who are watching, or dads, you know what he has to do, don't you? You got to take your hands, both hands, and you got to go into it. You going to do it? Yep, there goes the water. It's okay. Don't worry. Unfortunately, we have to start with this one first because of the cooking time, preparation time. Okay, guess what I need, Josh? You've got the cleaner hands.
I didn't do it.
No, your hands are cleaner. Would you see if you can take this and pour it on here for me?
All of it?
No, well, just pour slow and then I'll tell you when to stop. You're doing good. Looks good. Keep going. More. Yeah. Now you got the idea. Okay. Okay, let me mix that up. Okay, more water, Josh. More water with yeast. Let me help you tip this over more. Put it up here again. Oh, it's getting, oh, is it? Well, it's got too much water and yeast in it, doesn't it? Catch it. Yeah. Josh is getting ready for it because it's coming onto the floor. You're fine. I got it. I got it, Josh. We're all set. Still not done with our 2 cups of water. You ever work with Play-Doh, Josh? Yes, okay. Use that towel right in front of you, Josh. If you want to wipe yourself off, right there. Yeah, use that towel. Okay, I need to put this over here. Josh says that this is disgusting. Look at this. Oh, boy. And can you imagine?